Hi guys, so this is my warm pear, walnut and blue cheese salad and it's so good. I've literally seen people devolve into feral creatures after one bite. It has that amazing mix of sweet and salty and hot and cold. You really do need to try this for yourself. Start off with the seasoning for the walnuts by adding 2 tablespoons of honey to a bowl, followed by 2 teaspoons of sea salt flakes, half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper and about 50 milliliters of good olive oil. Mix everything up with a fork briefly before you add about a tablespoon of lemon juice and mix again. Then add 100 grams of walnuts and stir it all up to make sure that all the walnuts are coated in the honey olive oil mixture. Then pour them onto a baking tray lined with a sheet of parchment and spread them out so that they're all in a single layer. Now transfer them to a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. In the meantime, take a head of romaine lettuce like this and chop it really chunkily and easily before you transfer it to a lettuce dryer and go ahead and wash it and dry it really well. By then it should be time to take out your nuts. So let them cool slightly in the tray first before you transfer them to a bowl. Toasting the nuts like this can be done a few days ahead of time as long as you keep them in an airtight container. Now save that tray and all its nutty roasting juices, don't wash it yet. Now take 3 pears, I think firm ones are good here, and cut them into vertical quarters and remove all the seeds and core from them. Then add them to the tray you toasted the nuts on and toss them about in all the honey, nutty juices. If you need to, you can add another little drop of olive oil just to make sure that they're all slicked in oil. Then I flipped them all over so that they were all skin side down before I transferred them back to the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for half an hour, but that depends on the hardness of your pears. Now make the dressing by adding about 50 milliliters of good balsamic vinegar to a measuring jug, a pinch of sea salt flakes, give it a quick mix to help the salt dissolve, add about a teaspoon of honey for sweetness that'll echo the sweetness of the nuts and the pears. Now add 100 milliliters of extra virgin olive oil and mix it all up really well. Then tear the leaves off a small bunch of basil and add them to the washed and dried lettuce. Once the walnuts are cooled, you can add them to the lettuce as well. Now pour over most of your dressing, but just remember to keep some back to garnish at the end. Now you need to toss it up really well, and the best way of doing that is with your hands. I hate getting my hands really sticky, so this is really gross for me, but you know, it's just the best way of ensuring that all the lettuce is nicely slick with dressing. Once that's done and you've washed your hands, go ahead and transfer it to a serving plate. Scatter a few more nuts over the top so that they're seen. By now you should probably take out the pears and let them cool slightly before you transfer them to the salad. Now take 150 grams of strong blue cheese, or as strong as you like, and crumble it over the pears while they're still hot. Then give it the last drizzle of dressing and dig in. This salad could feed 2 people as their main meal, or could serve up to 6 as a side dish. Thanks a million for watching guys, I hope you liked this recipe and will give it a go yourselves at home. If you did, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons below. You can check me out on social media if you like. You'll find all the links to my accounts in the description, as well as the link to my blog where you'll find this full recipe at www.rookiecook.org.